2016 saw a mixed lineup of films, but a fair share of quality titles were released. And by a fair share, I mean about 5. More like 6 due to a tie. So let's look at the top 5 or 6 films released in 2016. Popstar Never Stop Never Stopping is a charming love letter to their fans from the Lonely Island. The film is a mockumentary following Connor Royal, an ex-boy band member who went solo due to his arrogance. Connor desires fame and glory, but his incompetent stupidity holds him back.
I'd love to get Connor to the point where he's just kind of everywhere, like oxygen or gravity or clinical depression. He's just everywhere.
Whilst only tackling a simple premise, Popstar Never Stop Never Stopping strays from the generic formula frequently for comedy. The humour is handled perfectly, being absurd and shocking, but played well enough that it finds a perfect balance, not becoming stupid like many other comedies. The songs in the soundtrack are annoyingly good, having well produced and catchy beats, yet having such ridiculous funny lyrics.
Finest girl I ever met in my whole life. Wanna take her home, make her my wife. Knew she was a freak when she started talking. She said, fuck me like we fucked Bin Laden. Ooh, oh, that girl was a freak. She said she wanted me to fuck her harder than the military. Fuck Bin Laden.
Both of this year's Marvel Studio films, Captain America Civil War and Doctor Strange, are tied at number 4. Captain America Civil War pits many of the Marvel Cinematic Universe's best heroes against each other, fighting each other over the Sokovia Accords, documents threatening to regulate superheroes and their actions. The film introduces Black Panther and Spider-Man to the MCU, both showing incredible potential, exciting me for both of their future movies.
You have a metal arm? That is awesome, dude!
Doctor Strange stars Benedict Cumberbatch as Stephen Strange, a brilliant neurosurgeon who suffers a crisis after his hands are destroyed in a horrific accident, leading him to turn to the mystical Kamar-Taj, where a whole new world is opened up to him. He studies the mystic arts, learning magical powers.
I do not believe in fairy tales about chakras or energy or the power of belief. There is no such thing as spirit. We are made of matter and nothing more. You're just another tiny, momentary speck within an indifferent universe.
You think too little of yourself.
Oh, you think you see through me, do you? Well, you don't. But I see through you! Do to me?
I pushed your astral form out of your physical form.
What's in that tea? Psilocybin? LSD?
It's just tea. With a little honey.
The film Doctor Strange does the near impossible, handling magic in a clear and understandable way. The special effects are astonishing, with so much going on at once, but not going too far that it ever loses the audience. Captain America Civil War and Doctor Strange both show that Marvel Studios isn't backing down anytime soon. I've Always Liked You is a touching musical romance anime film featuring many characters all struggling with their own crushes. The film follows these characters and sees them attempting to confess their feelings to the ones they love. Whilst not a totally original concept, I've Always Liked You is the perfect telling of this kind of storyline. The characters are lovable and the musical interludes are a delight, pairing great music with engaging visuals and storytelling. Okay, so technically Muse Final Love Live, Music Forever isn't a film, but it was aired in cinemas and released on Blu-ray. Plus, it's my list, so I make the rules. The Final Love Live was a final Muse live concert held at Tokyo Dome where they performed over 40 songs. The Seiyu, especially Uchida Aya, put their everything into their final performance, energetically dancing and showing emotion. The budget is surprisingly high, which allowed for multiple costumes, moving platforms and all kinds of stage effects. Any fan of Love Live will love watching this concert.
響知らない言葉のメロディー不思議と力が湧いてくる花星を数えてこれから出会うことを占えば
Sing Street is a criminally underrated film, brilliantly written and directed by John Carney, the man behind Once. Sing Street is a musical comedy drama set in 1985 about a boy who starts a band to impress a girl. The film is very touching and you can tell John Carney really cared about and put his soul into the project. Everything in it is nailed perfectly. The story, characters, acting, directing, emotion and soundtrack. The soundtrack is one of the best movie soundtracks ever released, featuring a variety of superb songs, both original and recognisable.
So what we call that?
Right. What about the rabbits?
What's the story with you and rabbits?
I don't know, I just love them.
What about La Vie?
What's that mean?
It's French for the life.
It's French for, that's not going to be the name of the band.
Ce n'est pas le nom de groupe.
There you go.
What about Sing Street? Did you actually not get that? Sing Street.
I like that.
I like it.
Those who haven't seen Sing Street need to. That includes you, viewer. Seriously, go buy yourself a copy and watch it right now. There, my 5 favourite films released in 2016. But police, you forgot Rogue One! No, I didn't. But police, where's Rogue One? Where's Rogue One? More like, where's the quality and storytelling and character development and quality? Police, do you remember Rogue One? Do you remember Tarkin's face? But police, you're a Star Wars fan, that means you have to love Rogue One. No, it doesn't. But Fantastic Beasts, wow. Harry Potter, wow. Everybody loves Fantastic Beasts. Well-made film. Am I right, guys? Because nerds and geeks actually like Harry Potter, don't they? It's not just a normie thing. But police, what about Fantastic Beasts? What about off?